Alright, guess who's back, guys? Your good old friend Android Patrick, here to tell you about Android apps that will blow your mind. Probably not, but still. Today, I have a little app I like to call Flipboard, and other people like to call Flipboard too. Flipboard is basically a Pulse, a Google Currents kind of thing, it displays your news that you select yourself. And what I like about Flipboard, and if you go on my blog, you'll see that I've commented on this too, is that Flipboard has this, it's beautiful UI to it. The user interface, the experience of it is just, it's melting my eyes right now, and not in the bad way. So, I mean, you can see from the beginning, it's got this nice big layout, big picture of the cover stories from all your sources. This one happens to be from Android Police. And then it has different categories, and if I want to see more, I just swipe up. And it's pretty nice, you can synchronize it with 12 different accounts, and I'll tell you some of those in a second. To find news, here, hold on, before I show you that, hey, I like this little flipping animation. I can't get over how cool that is. I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but still, it's pretty neat. And yeah, basically tons of pictures of Phil Mickelson. But if you just look around, you have always like different little channels almost that Instagram pulls different content from the internet. So, for instance, I'm very concerned with Android news. So, if I click on Android news right there, it brings me up to look at that gorgeous display. I mean, it's got a full picture as the background. Now, this isn't the story though. This is the part I don't like about Flipboard. You see this beautiful, awesome thing. It's got the title, it's got the source, it's got the picture, and then we click the picture to get to the article, or the title, and there it is. It opens the web browser, or it opens its own internal browser, depends. And it just slows down the process. This one's good because it's very simple. It depends what source we're talking about here. This one's okay, but if I keep going, let's see, Engadget's actually pretty good. If I click on Engadget, it actually, if I believe it even has the Flipboard animation to it, which is pretty neat. Just some sources, though, it takes you to a mobile version of the website, which I've seen some, and they're pretty ugly, Oh yeah, there it is. See, Engadget does support the little Flipboard thing, which I love that. So, but Engadget's the only one I know so far. If you guys know any, please tell me. I love them. See, I think Android Police is one of the culprits. It's one of my favorite sources for Android stuff, besides me, of course. But, I mean, look how long it's taken compared to, like, Pulse, for instance. And it doesn't look as beautiful. It doesn't look as uniform. Although it does give you more functionality, but, hey, that's just me. Now, if you look at the top here, you have this nice little status bar here. You can reload the page with that button, but that's a waste of time. By pushing the star, you can favorite on Twitter, and it depends what the source is from. If it's from Google+, you can +1 it. If it's from Facebook, you can like it on Facebook, yada yada. It depends. There's also this little share button, and we know the share button sometimes is used for functionality in different apps, like, for instance, adding it to Pocket or Instapaper, whatever. This gives you the option of sharing the link to social networks or sharing it to other apps just so you can use the functionality. Like, yeah, for all that stuff. And then I think, I never played around with this little button, the little talk button, but I think you can reply to it through Twitter, Google+, Facebook, etc. But, and of course, to get back, you can push the back button or swipe to the left. It's very nice. And again, I love that little flippy thing. It doesn't look as good on your video as it looks on my phone, which is another reason that you guys should get this app. But you know, it's pretty nice. Here, let me show you some of the stuff. Okay, so if you want to find news sources, you can either click on it, or I like to drag it down, the little red search bookmark tab. And basically, you are presented with 3 things I'll get to in a second. But there's categories at the bottom, like news, business, science, and stuff like that. And you can go into those and look at the new and stuff, articles there. So this button goes to your Flipboard, and you can edit your sources of stuff that you want to get from. This one is accounts that you're synchronized with, and as you can see, I'm synchronized with Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Google Reader, YouTube, Instagram, and I have the options of being synchronized with LinkedIn, Flickr, Tumblr, 500px, Sina, Weibo, and RenRen. So, got a lot of choices there. I mean, that's pretty good. For like Facebook though, for instance, it's more of just a, you know, like a stream for your feed and whatnots. But yeah, that's basically how you add new sources. And I think there was one more thing. Oh yeah, this week they have different things. This week is Google+. Oh, I love the oatmeal. Sorry, I had to add this. And as you can see now that it's from Google+, as you can see right here, sorry I'm not using my mouse pointer, I can +1 it instead of favoriting it on Twitter. And this is +1'd. And I just added it to my Flipboard. It's really springy. I mean, my phone is kind of, well, Nexus S4G. It's not that great. It's a little laggy too sometimes, but I mean, the video of course is laggy, but on my phone right now it's beautiful. It works fine. If you go all the way to the top and you pull down, you release to refresh, and it will get you some new articles, if any. And that's basically Flipboards, and there are some other features, and I'm going to get into a couple of those in a sec. If you go down here, you can reload manually, and there's this little gear button I want to show you. It just is the settings. Now, I was talking to you about how usually we have to go to the share settings to add it to like Pocket or Instapaper. Well, you can actually synchronize with Instapaper, Pocket, and Readability directly from Flipboard, which is awesome in my opinion. And basically there's some other stuff. There's a nice widget that I haven't put on my home screen because I'm a wimp when it comes to widgets. I'm worried that it's gonna slow down my phone. So you guys have to excuse me there. But when I do the widget, I put the widget on my phone, I'll review it in the article that I put on my blog. So, well, that, my friends, is Flipboard, and, you know, it's not miraculous, but I think it's worthy of my and your time, you know. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are gonna love it too if you get it. And if you're a big fan of Pulse or Google Currents, I'll just say I'm not trying to get you away from those. I love Pulse and Google Currents. They both deliver the news really great. But try and I'm saying Instagram. Try Flipboard and just see how it goes. I think it's pretty good, and I think it's worth your time. This is Android Patrick signing off for my Android Patrick blog. Peace out, people.